This is my it's too hot to give a damn hair. Woo, girl, it's hot in here and I love it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Damn Tasty Vegan. My name is Maria Rose and today I have a recipe for you that is near and dear to my heart. I'm going to make you fall in love with tofu with this recipe. I'm going to teach you how to make sesame ginger baked tofu. This was the very first way that I learned how to make tofu. It made me feel like a grown-up, like I could actually make my own food and make stuff that tastes good. So this tofu turns out amazingly delicious. It has so many layers of flavor, and it's really good to batch cook this and then just keep it in the fridge. And then you can put this on top of salads. You can put it in a wrap. You can put it in stir fries and stir fry the tofu together with like some green beans and broccoli. So if you're ready to finally fall in love with tofu, then let's hang out for a little bit and cook some tofu.
All right, so after peeling your ginger, you want to get about 1/2 inch of ginger. You want to make sure that you cut with the fibers of the ginger. So you want to cut from, it's hard to explain, but when you cut into the ginger, it's going to either feel like it's easy or it's going to feel like it's really fibrous and hard. So you want to make sure that you're slicing it really thinly at first and that you're slicing with the grain of the ginger. And then you want to just keep cutting it down until you can mince it up really, really small. We try to make your ginger as small as you possibly can. And now we're going to prepare about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Just cut off the ends of them and then you can just whack them like that. When you whack them with a knife like that, it makes it easier to take the skin off. Now we're going to add our tablespoon of minced ginger and then our 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Either mince them very, very small, or you can just use a garlic press to get the garlic nice and small. So remember again, you want the garlic and the ginger to be as small as you can make them. And now we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of either white wine vinegar or rice vinegar, and then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. If you'd like this to be a little bit sweeter, you can add like 1 or 2 more tablespoons of maple syrup. And then just make sure this is all mixed up nice and well. So before you even make the marinade, you want to make sure that you have been pressing your tofu. I like to do at least 10 minutes, but 30 minutes is best if you have the time to do 30 minutes. If you don't have a tofu press, then you can just wrap it up in a towel and put some heavy books and pans on top of it. But seriously, look how much water comes out. So pressing the tofu will make the tofu a lot more flavorful because it's going to soak up all the flavors even more, and it's going to make it a lot more chewy. So if you would like to get a tofu press, which I highly recommend, I love having one, I will link it below if you'd like to grab one. All right, now we want to cut the tofu up into evenly sized cubes. And then you want to put the tofu in the marinade, stir it up so that every piece of tofu gets coated with that delicious sauce. And you're going to want to let this sit for at least 10 minutes. But the longer you let it sit, the better. So whatever time you can afford, then do that. If you can even do it overnight, oh my God, it'll blow your mind. But yeah, just put a lid on it and let it sit for at least 10-15 minutes. So after your tofu has been marinating for at least 10-15 minutes, more time if you have it, then we're going to add a coating to the tofu. It's going to add a nice texture to the outside of the tofu. So you can either use 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast or 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then make sure you use your spoon really gently and you fold the nutritional yeast into the tofu. And then you want to get a lined baking sheet and you just space these guys out evenly so that they each have room to get access to the heat in the oven. Then we're going to bake the tofu at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes is up, we take the tofu out, flip it, and then you're going to have some marinade left. So whatever marinade left that you have, just put it on top of the tofu. Oh, it's gonna make it so delicious. And then you wanna bake it for another 15 minutes. And this is what comes out of the oven. Make sure you let it cool for at least 10 minutes because once you do, that outer coating of the nutritional yeast starts to form and the flavors start to come together a little more, and it's just absolutely delicious. So please give this recipe a try. You won't regret it.
My house is so freaking hot right now because I've been baking all sorts of stuff. But you know what? It's totally worth it. I will sweat for tofu. So I just cooked this up with some green beans and some sweet potatoes, and it's really lovely as just like a side dish. You have to give this recipe a try. It's so delicious. It'll make you feel all grown up, make you feel like you can actually cook food that tastes delicious. This will take your home cooking to the next level. It's got a nice chewiness, and it's got so many different flavors in there. It's so savory and rich. Let me know how it turns out for you. And I'm gonna finish eating this, and I will see you all in the next video. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Bye!